Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. So tonight, I hope my future self will come talk to me, and the reason for that is that I so much wish I could talk to my past self. So, for example, as you guys know, I've been having a lot of difficulty networking with other people. And I have a lot of personal regrets. My biggest regrets are how much energy and time and money I spent on two activities in the past: writing the AI for the computer games and competing at the Computer Olympiad with them, and also various stargazing events. Now, do I still do those two things? Yeah, I do, but I put them in their place in my life, right? I'll still go out when there's a big eclipse of some sort, but I used to be crazy about that. I was living in Seattle, and almost twice a week, 3 times a week, I was driving out to Ellensburg to take photographs of various star conjunctions. The moon would come into conjunction with the Beehive cluster, and that happens every month. And I got obsessed with that. And so I left a big hole in my social life as a result of that. Had I done what I do today back then, I'd probably have much more connectivity. Might even be married today. Definitely have family, friends, right, and important career-related connections as well, right. And but this is one of those things that good. I would imagine when I was 25, when I was 30 years old, even when I was 35 years old, people would have told me about it and I would have dismissed them, right? If my future self had come back to talk to me about it, it might have been a different story. Although, you may remember South Park did an episode where Cartman called his past self. He had frozen himself inadvertently for 1,000 years because he wanted to wait for his favorite video game to come out. And instead, he came out to a whole different world, and he was trying to call himself to tell him not to do that. And twice, because he went back in time eventually, and then he froze himself again and still couldn't convince himself. So it might even be that as well, right? But I would so much love for my future self to talk to me. Sometimes, I have a habit of dating people who are a little bit older than me sometimes because that's my intellectual level. One of my favorite things to do when I date somebody older than me is to find out what mistakes they made between where I am right now and where they are right now, and not make those mistakes on the way there, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.